just who we are.
Welcome, Capricorn, to Channel of Future Tarot. Today we're going to do your weekly reading from the 18th to the 25th. This week for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Capricorn. Please take the messages that resonate with you and claim them for yourself. Toss the universe what does not. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. Check out your other Moon, Rising, and Venus placements in the videos that correspond back to get some more intuitive guidance if you don't find it here. Remember, time and energy is fluid, so whenever you're directed to the reading, it's the right time for you. That being said, I am going to use a singing bowl here. As I do so, I ask you to take that deep breath in, exhale, whenever you feel so inclined to do so. It's going to help balance your energy, set your intentions, and prepare for the message of the reading. If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. It truly means so much to me to see the channel growing, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's get started. Peace, love, health, and wealth, Capricorn. Looking into your energy, it's been, a lot of emotions coming in this week, Capricorn. I feel like, again, you've been going through it in terms of, I feel like, the beginning of 2022, yes, last year, started out really, really good. And then the end of it kind of had a very much of a transformational, life-changing, lesson learning kind of feel to it for some of you. And you keep getting that Son of Cups with different major arcana here. But I feel like there's an energy where, emotions are running high. You're in a state of unsettledness at this time. I feel like, Capricorn, there's a real state of not knowing at this time where you really are going and what you want to do. And I feel like, look at that, it's the Death card coming out with the Hermit. Isolation equals transformation for you to some degree. And I feel like this isolation, you keep going to a period of trying to get it, then you come out of it. And I feel like you're coming out of it perhaps a little bit too early. Because I feel like you're not necessarily getting the full, I want to say nitty-gritty of the experience. Coming out, you got the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy, 8 of Cups in your obstacles, something that you you've tried to walk away from and are a little bit resistant. That Daughter of Swords influencing you. The Queen of Coins in reverse, that's your energy. We got that. We got the Daughter of Wands coming out here in reverse in the recent past. The near future has the 2 of Wands upright. That 10 of Swords is coming out here in the overall energy of the reading. So that's what I'm saying. Overburdened. There's something you're definitely carrying around. You got the Lovers card in terms of your environment. So it's in reverse. That tells me that love is kind of what's surrounding this transformation to some degree. You got that 2 of Swords, the 2 paths ahead of you in your hopes and fears. And that's what you're... I can say that's why it's in your hopes and fears is because, your hope is that there is going to be some sort of positive outcome, but you're fearing these 2 paths. Your outcome is the 9 of Swords in reverse. We will go over all this, possibly clarify some of these energies out here. And look at that. That Death card in reverse is on the bottom of the deck. Scorpio energy. This transformation is the underlying energy. And the resisting of this transformation is the underlying energy. You're not clearing away the path that I feel like is necessary for you to allow this transformation to sort of come full circle so that you can enter a time of positivity, change, taking the sort of the lessons that you've encumbered and moving on with them. Now that's because you've been, you got the Queen of Cups out here in your situation, Capricorn. Now this is Cancer energy for me, but this is it's the Queen of Emotions. So I feel like sensitive, empathetic, that's kind of you in this energy. Feelings, whether you're masculine or feminine, this is an energy where your feelings could be a little bit hurt here easily. Sensing and, intuiting which the physical senses are unable to discern. I feel like you're able to read people's, body language easy at this time. You're picking up on the senses around you in a different way. And I feel like, there's going to be many peaks and valleys in our life, right? Where there's those highs and lows that come in. And I feel like this is kind of the end of the low and you're about to take a peak. But I feel like you're being asked to pay attention to definitely the waters that are flowing within you at this time, Capricorn. Are you in control of them, or are your emotions a little bit all over the place and dependable on other people's, interactions with you? When we kind of master our emotions, that's kind of that ability to not be thrown off or let our days be impacted by someone else's, good or bad energy. So I feel like, even that sacrificing on how long, it's been to take, I feel like you're focusing on how long it's taken you to get to this point. Don't focus on that. Transformation happens for different people in different ways. You're feeling like you're definitely drained instead of empowered through this transformation. You're kind of questioning the purpose. You're like, well, what the hell is the purpose? I feel more drained than when I started this transformation. That's because naturally you've been purging all those emotions, thoughts, feelings, and, the mistakes, the lessons. You've done all this learning, you've done all this purging, and you're kind of amalgamating the two. It's exhausting stuff on an energetic level. So I feel like this is depleting your life force energy. But just take that moment, take a break, calm, and go within. And allow your emotions to empower you, not destroy you at this time. In your obstacles, that's that 8 of Cups here, because there's a resistance to something here. Walking away, letting go, leaving behind that toxic energy has been somewhat resistant, because I feel like this energy has possibly been in your life for some time. And I feel like that's because that it can make it hard to let go of this person, whether they, deep down that you're meant to let them go. It doesn't mean sometimes it's easy to do so. What is weighing down your soul, Capricorn? Take that long, hard look at that. Are you kind of brave enough to kind of, say goodbye? Can you differentiate kind of between abandon, success, and self-preservation? This is, putting your heart back on that altar of the divine there. And don't let anyone else to defile it and walk all over you any longer. This is your heart, and your needs have to be met in this situation, or it's not going to work out, right? So I feel like there's many reasons why people remain trapped in unhealthy situations, whether it be financial, emotional, just physical. There's a lot of reasons why people can remain trapped there, but walking the mystic path means often having that courage to leave behind the situations or the people that have the ability to trap, entice, or allure you, or just downright drain you, right? So, what is it going to feel like for you to honor yourself here? I feel like when you take that long, hard look within, you're going to see that this is something you've needed to do, and, for some time, influencing you. You've got that Daughter of Swords energy. So I feel like this is being that independent energy. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Objective, truthful, problem solver. You're starting to get things done. That's the influencing energy here. I feel like this energy reigns on all that's related to the mind. So I feel like this is a powerful sense for you of growing, understanding, being daring in some ways as well. Curiosity and intellect are very important with this energy, but this is that free-flowing element of air. So questioning mind, it's unafraid of life, not at all jaded with this energy, and I feel like that's what this is somebody that's influencing you, or this is an energy that you're kind of coming out of this transformation with that unjaded aspect of yourself that you kept kind of resistant to for so long. You're guided, to the difference between intellect and wisdom, right? And I feel like, intellect is the door to eventual wisdom, right? The intellect represents the mind, and wisdom represents that soul. So, and the heart. So I feel like both are needed to achieve the balance of the inner and outer here. Okay, Capricorn. So I feel like, in the early developmental stages of life, right, it is our analytical mind that carries us forward, introducing us, the potential to grow or, not, into a more profound type of questioning. But the intellect is limited to the esoteric knowledge of the mind, while wisdom related to the esoteric knowledge of our heart, right? So it has no bounds. So I feel like, to find what lies behind you is kind of tearing back the curtains of yourself, right? Diving into the deeper truths. However, a different type of questioning is going to be needed here. And I feel like you're kind of resistant to asking those questions, because, you're a little bit afraid of what the answer might be. And I can relate to that, right? Sometimes those are those profound moments where it's like, damn, we asked that question, we really didn't want the answer. This is the Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in reverse. So this is suggesting you're not grounded, a little bit self-absorbed. There's a materialistic energy. Someone, this is the root of the reading, so I feel like that's what's been maybe the cause of the problem in some degree. This is, I want to say this is the signs of that awakened soul. You're going through a real transformation, an awakening energy. There's a period of darkness, looking into the light, observing the past, the present, and the future. I feel like you're doing a lot of observing. You're doing a lot of growing. This has a huge sense of relief for you as well, because I feel like this is a potential for you to sort of see the abundance that's there, to embrace the abundance that's there, and not be afraid of what's coming. In the recent past, you have the Daughter of Wands in reverse. So that's, again, that lack of ambition, impulsiveness, recklessness, that rebelling for the sake of rebelling. That was something that you were doing in the past. And as I feel like you led you to that moment of transformation that's been underlying for you. That's, you're in that real dark night of the soul moment. I feel like you have to look at, you're guided to the analogy here where I feel like you have to look at the balances of yourself here, okay? So I want to say what is preventing you and sort of aligning you from crashing into others, right? This is comparing the other type of personality to yourself, right? So I feel like we all have those, everybody says that term, bipolar, whatever, that's just such a retarded term in a sense, except for the people that are obviously suffering with that, that's not what I mean. But I mean, people throw that term out so silly, like just because someone disagrees with you or somebody has a mood change and they're not bipolar in thought. That's not what I'm saying here. This is what I'm saying is we all have those different days, different moods represents our different feelings and emotions on things. Different years, we grow, we change, and that is okay. And this is what I'm saying. This is that understanding where you're kind of looking at the duality of your old self and the new self, and you're kind of amalgamating the two and accepting them for who they are. The part of yourself that is, going to be come blossoming out of this energy. You have that Two of Staves here, so this is Aries, Leo, Sag again. But there's a hopeful waiting here, wise decision making happening here, new beginnings coming into being here, and this is the near future. So I feel like you're being reminded of your inner, dynamics here at this time. You're also being advised against excessive anything. Don't be excessive with your outer achievements. The truth is that inner peace is often seldom brought by outer circumstances, right? So once we focus on that, we understand that nothing outside of ourselves is going to bring us true happiness and bliss. It has to come from here first. So I feel like success will cease to be success the moment it takes you away from the present moment, right? So, mindfulness goes hand in hand with progress by reminding us to connect with our inner knowledge from presence, right? The aim of the mystic is to be entirely present, for the soul to be where the body is, the body to be where the soul is, and for the soul to be where the foot is, and the foot to be where the soul is. Do you get what I'm saying? As above, so below, so within, so without. So there's a beautiful energy of kind of understanding this dynamic for you this week. And the overall energy of the reading, you got that nasty 10 swords here coming in. There's a lot of fuckery energy coming into this. Excuse my language, but this is something I feel like you've seen coming. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That ruined loss here, hardship, painful endings, backstabbing. You know what comes with this energy, and it ain't good. Feeling like you're completely broken. This is a card of ruin, and it is. So, look at it. It's nothing beautiful coming out of that. This is where I feel like you've lost it all, right? I feel like you're being pointed to the meaning found within this old sort of saying, a man was breaking up the soil when another man came by. Why are you ruining this land? And this is something that has been told to me a billion times ever, and that's always what comes to me with the Ten of Swords. And the first man responds, don't be a fool. Nothing can grow until the ground is turned over and crumbled. There can be no roses in no orchard without first this that looks devastating. You must lance an ulcer to heal it. You must tear down parts of an old building to restore it. And so what is with a sensual life that has no spirit in it, right? So what is being destroyed in your life do you need to accept at this time? What opportunities to evolve do you see in a situation that it looks like devastation for you. When something ends, something new is born here. And I feel like, what is it for you? That's something you're really taking a look at. Love yourself through all the situations, because it's going to have some, ugly moments to it. You got the Lovers card coming in here in your environment. So it's in reverse. There's disharmony and conflict. That's part of this. This has been, there was a lot of dependency, emotional instability, confusion, that breach of trust that happened on both sides of the fence here, Capricorn. This led to that, this and that, right? So I feel like what was once love ended up into that Ten of Swords, that battle, that conflict, that ridden. There's a lot of mistrust energy, a lot of, unfaithfulness energy. I will say that with this energy, because I feel like that's what essentially kind of broke, for whoever I'm reading for. This isn't going to resonate for all of you, but this is essentially what broke the camel's back here to some degree. And, whether it was you or them, I don't know, but maybe both. But we have the Two of Swords here in your hopes and fears. So, again, not see blindfolded. You're not getting the clarity is not, happening here for you. You got two, paths in front of you, but you don't see a clear way forward. Indecision, you're in denial, closing your eyes to the truth and not having all the facts about the situation is all sort of what I feel like is swirling around this energy. So you're kind of being guided to examine your methods of decision making. Everyone has their own unique way of connecting to their inner guidance. And if you sort of connect to it, I feel like you will get better, more, decisive answers here. But I want to say that to me, I'm going to clarify that Two of Swords. Can I clarify that Two of Swords here? And then we got that Nine of Swords coming out here. So we're going to clarify. Can I get 3 cards out to clarify that Two of Swords for Capricorn, please? See, I feel like because you've got the Death card, you've got the Two of Swords there, and you got the Nine of Swords in reverse, there's worry. You're not getting the real. See, you got the King of Swords there, that Two of Wands, and the High Priestess out. So you're going to have to use your mind and your intellect to get through the situation. Yes, you're going to have to use the logical part of that, less of the emotions. You're reflecting on the past, but you're also reflecting on the future where you want to go. But I feel like you're focusing too much on the past and the ruins of it. Your intuition here is what is going to set you free. I feel like, because this is the High Priestess, following your inner guidance is going to have a lot of power for you. But again, I feel like it's only going to be as great as you allow it here, Capricorn. Can I get 3 cards out to clarify the Nine of Swords here in reverse? Because your thoughts are whirling with the Nine of Swords and your outcome here in reverse. A lack of sleep here, something is haunting your sleep if you feel like some degree of bad dreams, or just this lack of the serious worry that you have that is just causing you to, not focus on what it is, and I feel like what you need to be doing or how to get through the solution, because it's got such a heavy weight to it, Capricorn. So let's clarify that Nine of Swords in reverse for Capricorn. 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, that Ace of Wands in reverse, that Moon card here in reverse. So I feel like illusion here. The veil is being kind of lifted, but it's up to you to see the truth in it. Because I feel like if you get grounded in your roots, that's going to be helpful to you. But if you keep allowing, I feel like a sense of drowning to happen here, Capricorn, this is a sense of kind of falling down that path of truly not understanding where you're going, because something has led you so astray for so long. And I feel like it is this heartbreak, this pain, this loss, this regret that is keeping you from, worrying. Maybe you're possibly worrying about some sort of truth coming out to some degree as well. Could be that energy. Let's see what these oracle cards have to say, Capricorn. No way am I judging you guys by any means. We've all gone through those times of downs. No person is perfect, so... let's see what's happening for Capricorn. We've got sad embrace in reverse there, Capricorn. And slow and steady coming out here. So you know what? This sad embrace card is coming out here, card 45. Because I feel like trials, tribulations, they build character. Which is its own gift here. So find something to be grateful for. Take responsibility for your part in these matters here, Capricorn. However painful it will be to sit with your sadness, remember that you are loved and you're not going to be left adrift here forever. Have faith. This too shall pass. You're not a victim. You're traveling down that hero's journey, right? It's okay to be disappointed, but know that someday you're going to look back and see great value in this experience, okay? You're going to have to loosen the grip here in some ways here, slow and steady, Capricorn. This is what I'm saying. It's going to be, you know, it's going to take some great effort here to go forward. You know, this is a time for you to easy movement, those unhurried steps, steady heart, trusting that taking, you know, life is a more leisurely pace is going to have greater success for you in long term. It's also going to, you know, not have so many hurdles to, you know, overcome at one time, as if you were just kind of racing through and hoping it's going to kind of just manifest into being here. Yeah, slow and steady truly wins that race here for you, Capricorn. So let's see what else we have coming out here for Capricorn, Sun, and Rising, and Venus signs of Capricorn, please. Oopsies. We'll follow my own. Okay, so the one who grants wishes, desire, and hope here is coming out for you. This is a powerful sense of, yes, you know, your wishes are going to get granted. Success is going to come through this transformation, and you will go back to that happy state of self again, I do promise. The one who instigates leadership, power here, this is a sense of you getting that courage to find those steps forward through this transformation. The transformation isn't, you know, that beautiful sense of glory, but it does have beautiful days ahead. So embrace the transformation and sort of instigate the transformation, my friends, because it's needed. Until next time, namaste.